Number 8, unqualified immunity.
Today we're talking about the 24 demands, and we're talking about demand number 8 from George Floyd Square. And that demand says, end qualified immunity. A qualified immunity, before we get walking and talking here, is a legal principle that grants government officials performing discretionary functions immunity from civil suits unless the plaintiff shows that the official violated, quote, clearly established statutory or constitutional rights of which a reasonable person would have known, end quote. All right, can you explain that to us in more layman's terms, please?
Basically, we are all held to a higher standard than the police.
Okay.
Ignorance of the law is not okay, right? We
Yes.
have to know our laws front and back.
Yes.
We have to be able to quote it, so on and so forth, yet none of us go to school for those particular reasons.
Yes.
They can just basically say that they believe that this was the right thing to do, or they were afraid and reacted in that manner,
Yes,
and
yes.
so it's okay. And if there is no other lawsuit that is existing where somebody has been convicted of the exact same thing, like
Yes.
identical movements and everything, it's irrelevant to them. It's a case thrown out.
And even as we heard earlier, if it was thrown out before, if the exact same thing happens again, they can use the case being thrown out as precedent as, well, they weren't charged, why should we charge these people?
Exactly.
Okay.
Which is part of the reason why Breonna Taylor's convictions went the way they did.
Well, yeah, and wanton endangerment, to my understanding, was for the people that were surrounding the situation. It didn't actually address the fact that they aimed at Breonna and her boyfriend and shot at them and murdered Breonna Taylor.
Yeah, like simple as it said, they were charged for the bullets that did not hit Breonna Taylor, not the bullets that hit her.
So in demanding justice and black liberation here at George Floyd Square, ending qualified immunity means what to this space?
A life without your normal, what you see out here, policing.
Mm-hmm.
There is a way to do it, and we've shown it very clearly here how it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
There's more ways than just simply pulling out a gun and shooting. What happened to the tasers? I could have sworn that became a thing, and they had to use the tasers first.
Mm-hmm.
They don't pull the tasers anymore, let alone even carry them anymore.
Yeah.
Body cams are supposed to be turned on. They don't have them. We walk around with body cams.
Yeah.
The people that are quote-unquote leaders in this space all walk around with a cell phone or some hand sanitizer. We don't have flak jackets on. We don't have guns on the sides of our hips, but yet we are still able to escort people out of the space who are not safe for this space without harm.
If we ended qualified immunity, what do you think that would look like for the police force going forward? Do you think they would act with more discretion?
I think that we would be able to have more say. I think it's crazy at how it is that the court systems that we go by now speak for the people. Yet the people are speaking very loudly, and yet it's still being ignored by the people that speak for us.
Yeah. So qualified immunity, in the 24 demands, it looks more like the flip of that would be absolute accountability. Is what I'm hearing.
Absolute accountability.
Okay.
You hold us accountable,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we
yeah.
can't hold you accountable.
Exactly. You hold us accountable to this high standard that we should understand the law and how it works. Yet you can do this and just beat the rap whenever you want to.
Of course.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for discussing the demand number 8 with us and any qualified immunity. And I hope that people do some more research into understanding what that is and kind of how big that is. That once you read what it is, it sounds very, it just sounds like a tight line that we walk as just citizens.
Your common person would know, right?
Yeah.
I thought they were a common person too. That's what they try to identify. Blue lives matter, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for educating us, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks.
Yeah.